Scott Sudikoff and the former Illini sharpshooting guard Trent Meacham here courtside at the State Farm Center, 70-68. And Trent is still waiting for one of these teams to lock it down a little bit more defensively.
Well, there's some sharp shooting out here tonight, but where's the defense, Scott? Where is the defense? Illinois shooting almost 65% this half. UTRGV over 66% this half. Who's gonna say, all right, I'm not gonna allow my man to get by me? Who's gonna really compete on that end of the floor without fouling? Whatever team does that is gonna pull away, but so far neither team has committed and competed on that end of the floor like they need to.
Justin Johnson makes one of two. He has 24 points today. That leads the Vaqueros. They have two other double-figure scores. The Nelsons, Merrick with 19 and Ricky with 15. And Coburn has 33 and almost 35 for a new career high. And the Vaqueros, the ball down by one. That'll be a kick by Plummer, who's been quiet offensively here for most of the second half. Plummer does have 24 points. He scored 15 of those on 5 3-pointers in the first half.
Yeah, we've seen him put the ball on the floor, get to the rim a little bit. He's got a lockdown. He's a guy that he's guarding Ricky Nelson right now. He's got to keep him out of the paint.
Screen set. Nelson using it to get into the lane. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Illinois with 12 on the shot clock.
And there's where Kofi Coburn, he's in that drop on that ball screen situation. Great job of just being in the right space, using his big body to make that difficult. Ricky Nelson getting to the rim.
UTRGV going to use one of their couple remaining timeouts here. So they will have 2 remaining. Illinois has 2 left as well. Illinois is shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way, double bonus. Meanwhile, Illinois as a team has 8 team fouls, so just one more foul to give in the single bonus. 70-69 Illinois. Possession arrow could come up big later on. Right now it's in the favor of the Illini, as is the score here. 70-69.
And we saw Andre Curbelo there smiling and kind of dancing to the music a little bit. That's a good sign because, and we haven't talked about him, he's not been playing tonight, but he's a guy, he's the engine for this team, and if he can play at a high level, that takes his team from being a good team to, I think, potentially being a great team. But they're going to need him to be the magician that he can be from the point guard position in order to reach their potential.
7 on the shot clock. Justin Johnson, a couple steps in the lane, and the rebound by Hawkins. Hutcherson ahead for the Illini.
Yeah, Hutcherson just looks a little timid, looks out of rhythm, understandably so, but he's a player that if he puts it together can be really, really tough.
Plummer, who's made 6 3-pointers. It's swung around to Goody. He made one earlier. And Dante Houston with the rebound for the Vaqueros, down by 1. Ricky Nelson to the hoop. The putback by Merrick Nelson. He has a career high 19. And it's a 1-point lead for the Vaqueros.
And there they go, out in transition. Ricky Nelson again putting his head down. You could almost give him that assist because he attracted so much attention, allowed Merrick Nelson to get to the offensive glass.
Goody puts Illinois back in front. 5 points for the freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
I love the confidence there. He missed the corner 3 the possession before. No hesitation, getting to his spot, rising up there at the free throw line for a jumper.
72-71 Illinois. Johnson. Now Merrick Nelson against Hawkins. Pushes it up, almost got it to go. The foul on Hawkins.
Now Hawkins looks a little frustrated with that call, but to me, he's got 4 or 5 inches on Merrick Nelson. Merrick Nelson's not posting up deep. He just got to stay vertical, keep his arms up, and that's a really difficult finish for Nelson, but he brought his arms in front, and it's an easy foul.
Nelson looking to add to his career day. 7 of 15 shooting. 6 of 8 at the line. 22 points, career high in 32 minutes of play. And we are starting over again here for the time being. 72-72, but one more free throw to go for Nelson.
So UTRGV, they got guys that know their roles here. All right, you see Merrick Nelson's number having a great game. He started on the offensive glass for him, and now he's got it rolling from there. But for Illinois, you got Austin Hutcherson handling the point. You got different guys in different roles. Who's going to be the leader for this team? Who's going to keep them together through some of adversity here?
Coleman Hawkins, 4-3. Illinois back up by a pair. Now, one of the things UTRGV has done here in the second half, when Illinois has taken the lead, they have not let them expand it. Illinois' largest lead today, 4 at 8-4. Justin Johnson will go to the line. He wanted that bucket, wanted the chance for a three-point play, but could tie it with a couple of free throws.
Just in here you see pass, dribble, hand, ball screen to the flare for the three. Nice feed from Luke Goody. And Coleman Hawkins, 6'10", that's a smooth shot. He's a really good-looking player. Hasn't played as much this half, but he's a great-looking player. And if he's knocking down that three, Scott, he's really tough. You see Justin Johnson, he is relentless attacking the basket. Coach Figger told me at their shoot-around that he said he can get to the rim at will, just a really dynamic player, get going downhill, attacking the rim, and he's done that consistently throughout tonight.
25 points for Johnson, and we're tied yet again, 75-75. Mentioned Illinois' largest lead was 8-4. Vaqueros' largest lead was 24-12 in the first half. Alfonso Plummer, a long two-pointer, and he now has 26 points tonight. In the absence of both Trent Frazier and Andre Curbelo and Jacob Grandison, Plummer stepping up. Hutcherson hasn't scored today, and he lost it out of bounds. Thought Nelson had knocked that away.
And here we see Alfonso Plummer, that step back. He gets some distance on that step back. That is, he gets distance on that step back, then really rises up on a shot. You see him smiling. He's feeling good tonight, rightfully so.
Dribble handoff, Xavier Johnson for Justin Johnson. Johnson turns the corner, challenges Coburn and scores it off the window. 27 now for Justin Johnson.
Fearless going to the rim.
Tied at 77. And that's called a foul on the pass, but it is double bonus, so 2 free throws coming for Hawkins.
I'd like to see Illinois give it a little bit more resistance on that ball screen. They ran a double drag screen for Justin Johnson, who gets to his strong right hand, and you can see him here now getting downhill, little hesitation. And how about that finish? Kofi Coburn did a good job of staying vertical, but he initiates the contact, keeps that ball away from Coburn. Tough finish. He's done that throughout tonight. Really impressive and just relentless player. Here we'll watch this pretty stroke, Scott, from the big man.
Started all 6 games this season. What a progression he has made. Last year he played in 25 games, about 6 minutes a game, 1.5 points, shot 35%. Now you go from 6 minutes a game to 27, and he goes from 1.5 points to over 10 and shooting 47%.
He's got a high ceiling. You see the soft touch. He's got a good feel for the game, good instincts, got great length, he's got NBA size. But I've been impressed with his motor so far this season. And now you see he's guarding Justin Johnson. He's taking the challenge.
Johnson hands it off, and it's laid up and in by Raekwon Taylor. So how about Justin Johnson dishing it off, and Taylor his first points. And we are just going back and forth here, Trent.
Unsuccessfully taking the challenge there.
79-79, 3:50 left. Plummer out to Hutcherson, looking for his first basket, and he's got it.
And there you see some of the hang time, switching the ball to his left hand in the air. That's something he can do that few others can finish like that.
Illinois 65% this half. Vaqueros 62%. They turn it over, though, for the 4th time and the 8th time overall. Illini have taken care of the ball a bit better here in the second half as well. Coburn. Couldn't hear the whistle there. Got a bit loud, but Coburn will head to the line after our final media timeout. 81-79 Illinois. Coburn has a career-high 33. We'll try to extend the Illini lead when we come back to Champaign. 25-15 Iowa here in the first half. Big Ten basketball here on Big Ten Plus. And Megan, Keegan Murray doing his thing early and often in this one.
No surprise, he's such a tough guard in the post. I'm most impressed with Murray's awareness around the basket, what the defense is showing him, the counter to the counter move, and the ability to maintain that composure despite having 1-2 players thrown at him at all times.
Getting tripped up, Colton Sandage, who is leading the way thus far for the Leathernecks with 8 points, including knocking down a couple of three-pointers. Western Illinois, not a tremendously deep team. I mentioned 4 double-figure scores. They're all in the starting lineup, and no one off the bench averages more than 5 points. Barisic fights for the rebound and then reverses it home.
Strong play from Barisic, but Iowa has to get a body down there and box out, push a player out of the paint, not allow those second chance opportunities.
That is 5 second chance points in the early going for the Leathernecks. Chris Murray can't get the easy one to go, and then he's called for his 2nd foul here.
And that's just a frustration foul. He had a great look at the basket, did a nice job changing speeds, coming around the corner and extending with that left hand, but just not able to get the bucket to go. And that's happened a couple of times for Iowa tonight. They've had a lot of good looks at the basket, but they've just gone in and out.
Keegan Murray now checks right back in for Chris. Leathernecks are coached by Rob Jeter, who's in his 2nd season at Western Illinois, has some Big Ten ties. We'll touch on. Long three-pointer, Barisic was halfway down. And the rebound by Connor McCaffrey. Murray running the lane.
I mean, he makes it look so easy, just taking off with ease from the Big Ten logo. That is so difficult to guard. You better just get out of the way. You don't want to be on a poster.
One of the things Coach McCaffrey told us is that how he's adapted to his new role this year, being that #1 guy. Obviously, Wieskamp and Garza moving on, and now he's the man. He's the man with the steal. And lost it, trying to get it back. And now he'll take a 3. Getting the rebound, Dixon for the Leathernecks, and I think they called him out of bounds there on the baseline.
That was about best case scenario as possible for Keegan Murray on that play, to lose the ball, then have your teammates able to force the opponent out of bounds underneath the basket.
Perkins uses the Murray screen. The floater is good. First basket for Tony Perkins. The sophomore averages 9 points a game. Hawkeyes back up by 8. Leathernecks hanging tough. They are 10-3 this season and have a Big Ten win already. Offensive rebound, Carius, and if they continue to get offensive rebounds, they're going to hang around here, Megan.
And those are momentum suckers for Iowa because the Leathernecks are really good at finishing plays. The initial defense on that play by McCaffrey was excellent. Forced that player out of the paint for a tough shot, but you have to box out on the weak side of the ball and prevent these types of situations for Western Illinois.
So Carius to the line. There's a look at Rob Jeter. Mentioned his Big Ten connection. He was an assistant coach at Minnesota 2018 to 2020 before coming to Western Illinois, and also was an assistant at Wisconsin 2001 to 2005, and then back in his playing days at Wisconsin-Platteville, his head coach was Bo Ryan.
And a lot of legendary Philadelphia coaches. You mentioned Bo Ryan, Fran McCaffrey of Iowa being another one as well, so those Big Ten ties running deep here on this floor tonight.
Carius makes both free throws. He has 5 points today. 6-point game with 7:55 to go here in the first half. catch and shoot three by Peyton Sanford.
Textbook execution by Iowa. Sanford coming off that screen, has the time to get his feet set and catches in rhythm to let it fly.
You have to know where he is at all times. He's made 5 3-pointers in a couple of games already here in his freshman season. Masner taking him off the dribble, kisses it home.
Masner has great control with his ball handling, keeps the ball nice and low and confuses defenders because he changes speed so well.
That pass off of the Hawkeyes and turned over. Hawkeyes with this 7-point lead, but Keegan Murray continues to shine.
You have one option to guard this. That's just get out of the way. Let Keegan Murray do what Keegan Murray's going to do.